you better hold on to your honey, because you're in bear country. Welcome to the PC Nation Playbook, your go-to source for Pierce County sports and events. Join your hosts, Joey Lee, Andrew Cuneo, and Jeremy Gove from the Mike Birch Ford Showroom for the latest news, in-depth analysis, and exclusive interviews with coaches and players. Join the PC Nation. Go Bears!
The PC Nation Playbook is produced by Mike Birch Ford. You can watch and listen to our show on YouTube, Spotify, or anywhere else you get your podcasts. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on those channels to help others discover the show. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Plan your hunting getaway and escape to experience the beauty of Mossy Pond. Our diverse property right here in Pierce County allows you to enjoy various types of hunts, including plantation-style quail, hog, pheasant, and flooded timber-style duck hunts, all within 24 hours. At the center of it all, experience scenic, rustic, beautiful, and inviting amenities like luxury lodging, our first-class pro shop, fine dining, and the perfect event space. Book now and see why Mossy Pond Lodge is Georgia's premier hunting paradise.
'Tis the season to head to Mike Birch Ford for the best savings around. The Get Holiday Ready sales event is here with great offers on a great selection of Ford vehicles like Explorer, Bronco, Bronco Sport, and F-Series America's best-selling trucks for 47 years straight. Only during the Get Holiday Ready sales event happening now. Stop the search and get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2024 Ford Escape, Explorer, Expedition, or F-150.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. We're excited to announce that Waycross will be getting an upgrade in the fix-it department. Locally owned Farmers and Builders is the latest helpful addition to the neighborhood. Visit their new location at 121 Victory Drive in Waycross. You can count on Farmers and Builders for hand-picked products like Traeger, Milwaukee, and Yeti. Not to mention award-winning service and advice you can count on. Join us November 22nd through 23rd, 2024 for the grand opening of Farmers and Builders in Waycross.
Welcome back to another episode of the Pierce County Nation Playbook. It was a good week, Joey, in Bearville, a beatdown at that.
Yeah, wonderful night in Bearville. The way you want to see your seniors go out for their last home game.
That's right.
For sure. And it kind of went the way we thought. Pretty quick from the opening kickoff. We pin them back deep. Get them out the hole there with a penalty. And then on the very next play, they snap it over the quarterback's head, and our man Soup lands on it in the end zone.
That's right.
So off to the quick start, and then we were just firing on all cylinders, really.
I was about to say, not much was done wrong in the first half. Now, Coach Herring would probably beg to differ that there was stuff that we could work on, but from the casual onlooker, it was a 3-phase beatdown. Love seeing Jones Herring catch punts. I like that. I know he can, so I'm glad that the last couple of weeks he's
that always makes you nervous. I know
it does. It's still,
you stick a kid back there on the island by himself, where he has to make the catch, make the play. So,
that's right.
But it is good to see him back there. Yeah,
that Joker's athletic.
Taking the punts.
He can do it.
He can handle
I got all the confidence in the world in him. Defense looked great.
Oh yeah.
Sue told us he didn't think they were going to score, so he held his end of the bargain up.
That's right.
And the offense fired on all cylinders. So,
did whatever they wanted to do as well.
Offensive line looked good. Just a lot of kids got some experience in the second half, so that's always good to see the young guys get playoff experience. It helps down the road. So
So we were without Javion.
Yep.
We were without Nigel. And so, guys played good in their absence as well. It was just a total team effort that just was really dominant. I mean, when you're up 49-0 at half, you're supposed to have maxed out the score
Oops.
I think our freshman guy who scored there in the second half has now learned that you're not supposed to take it into the end zone and take it over that 50 level. But
it was probably
he's a freshman, first one to slip up and do it. Though I will say, I mean, we watched it through the years with DJ, Jamari, and whoever running out at the 1 or 2 yard line, taking.
And he's even done it a few times this year.
Caden doing it. Has he done it?
Yeah.
I don't know if that kid's done it. I knew Dylan had done it.
Okay, it wasn't Dylan. That's right. I don't know. I made that.
This was McClellan. McClellan saw daylight, and he.
Hey, I don't blame you, McClellan. I'd take the punishment on Sunday and roll on.
Yeah, Jack went ahead and scored, and I'm up there, throwing my arms like, what are you doing? Yeah. And I think Coach was too, but I don't think he knew the rules. But
that would
from
be tough.
what I'm told, I think he understands them now. But anyway, we're not too mad at you. 56-0.
Bears rolled.
Bears rolled. Not much you can say about that. We're
49-0 at half. I mean,
exactly. 10-1 on the season now, and unfortunately, because of the new playoff rankings, we're having to hit the road to Decatur and go to a team and it was a deceiving 4-6 regular season for them. Of course, they're 5-6 now, getting their playoff win last week. But
they played their first 5-6 games of the season were. I was
going to say that's rough. When you start with Cartersville and Carrollton, that's rough.
Yeah, and Douglas County's a really good team. I mean, they played some. Now they got beat by those teams like you would expect.
Right.
But they manhandled the teams that they played in their region pretty good, other than who did they – was it Callaway they lost to?
Callaway,
took a close one, 22-16.
Yep.
But got some good-looking athletes. The quarterback is a really good athlete. He can run. He's probably – I'm going to assume without looking – too hard at the stats. I bet he's close to 1,000 yards rush on the season, and I know he was around 1,300 or 1,400 yards passing. So, dual threat guy, good looking athlete, two pretty good looking running backs. But the bell cow is a lot like our team, where their quarterback they go as he goes. So, they are susceptible to giving up a bunch of points. So. I think the defense is going to step up right here, and they'll have a good challenge right here. And I think Coach Morris will have them ready to go.
Yeah.
So,
going back to Jackson for a minute, I'll give you a unique perspective. Being I'm on the opposite side over there, with their team, it was. And before I do that, thoughts and prayers to their couple of kids that got pretty banged up.
Scared.
Pretty banged up, yeah. So, but having said that, a funny little story to go along with that, since I'm sitting there so close. So it's the second half. And I mean, all our starters are already out pretty much. We're down to the second team, JB or whatever. But Jackson has a kid over there on the sideline that's, I'm going to say he's 6'2", 6'3", maybe 330. And the guys would run off the field when it was time for him to go on the field. They were coming up, and I won't call his name. I know his name. I was close enough to them that I'm listening to them talk to him and holler his name, and they're like, "Get in there, you're in." And that big old kid would, nope. He didn't want none. He did that for 2 series in a row. So I hate that those kids got hurt, but that was funny to watch him. Nope, don't want any of the Bears tonight. I'm ready to go back to get on the bus and go back where we came from.
Get back on the cheese wagon and go home.
Yeah.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance is an independent agency with the customer in mind. We have relationships with dozens of insurance companies and are dedicated to finding the right coverage with the best company at the best price for you. Contact Bennett and Johnson for all of your insurance needs. Go Bears! Pierce Timber Company is proud to sponsor the PC Nation Playbook and our Pierce County Bears. We are a full-service timber company from purchasing to harvesting to reforestation. Pierce Timber is your resource for all of your timber needs.
It makes sense PrimeSouth Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At PrimeSouth, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is PrimeSouth. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
So anyway, yeah, great night, great home win, playoff win versus Jackson. Bear of the week, I mean, it was a total team effort, totally dominant all the way around. I would probably, just looking at stats and everything, because he's deserving a lot, and we haven't given it to him, I would probably go with Dixon Morris. He had 10 tackles on the night.
I was just about to say,
he was blowing
10
up.
tackles on the half.
Yeah, on the half, exactly.
I mean, the Joker,
he was blowing up everything.
which is pretty standard for him every week. So.
He's a big kid, long arms. It's hard to get around him, and
strong kid. He's big.
Being a coach's son, I mean, he's got it here too.
Mentality, right there.
He knows what. So not only does he have the athletic ability, but got the mentality. Does his work, knows what to look for. I'm pretty sure he led us last year, the leading tackler for the team.
Right.
He's also done that so far this year. So we might even get Jeremy to throw those stats up there, where you can see the defensive stats this year, but. Dixon, like I said, he's leading the team with 84 tackles on the year. And our man Soup was second with 74. Jones a bunch, 63 tackles on the year. Brandon Williams, 57. And then we got two guys, Logan Clark, Johnny Stone, coming in fourth and fifth, tied at 48 tackles. So
that's right.
Defense. A lot you can say about all those kids on defense. They have been stellar this whole year. I mean, the most we've given up is a couple of touchdowns to Brooks.
Maybe it's either Brooks or Applin. I mean, those were.
And Applin only got one touchdown.
Yeah. So I mean, those were the.
Which should have been a touchdown.
You held both those teams under 20 points. So
yeah.
Dang you, defense! Y'all
So, are we going to keep that going this week, Cuneo? You've talked about it a little bit. You kind of give the rundown on Columbia. I was talking to one of the coaching staff this morning, and he was, I was just asking him a little bit about it, and he was like, well, and we watched him a little bit on tape, Columbia, but the only guy that he really made reference to was their quarterback, which is the dual threat. Everything hinges on what he does. So he can take off and run, like you mentioned. And then their passing game, they don't, as he said, they don't do little dink and dunk stuff. It's more of him scrambling around, trying to find a guy down the field and make a play, which we have struggled with, as I talked about, with what's his name over there, Dason at Applin, kind of similar type game, but
I think Dason's a little bit better passer.
I was going to say he's a better passer. This guy's more athletic and can run better.
Let me not take it away from the kid. He does throw a pretty ball. I still think even in his passing, the limited amount that I've watched, I haven't studied all 11 games, but I watched a few, and I still feel like he's looking to run first.
Right.
And then when stuff breaks down, he does hit. If they're wide open, he hits them. Now, is he going to drop back 3 steps, 5 steps, and hit the guy on the 5th step coming in? No, that's not his game. But he is he's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. I mean, he looks like he's 6'1" ish and probably 195 pounds, 190, maybe not that heavy, but and can run like a deer. I mean, I just know when we played those type teams in the past, where I look back to I I think it was Cherokee Bluff 2 or 3 years ago. They had a kid at quarterback that had lit it up. I mean, their whole offense hinged on him, and the coaching staff had a game plan to bottle him up, and I think we ended up shutting them out that night, and their fans left kind of stunned. And I just have to think that the coach staff has a similar type game plan to keep this kid bottled up.
Yeah, I was going to say, just based on this season, if you just look at this season alone, and I guess that's kind of what we got to do, because you got a whole new group of guys out there, that you're working with. But, you look at what they've done, like you said, the most we've given up is 14 points. To Brooks, I know he's a threat. I don't see him just lighting us up.
No,
we are on the road though. We're going.
Right.
We're going to them.
Is that Memorial Stadium that they play in up there?
I think so.
I think it's the one that all of that South Atlanta area plays in.
Yeah. So we've never won that true road playoff game still. So I think
Friday's the day.
I think we're going to change that this week. I think we're going to get that. And a lot of that's because of where the chips fell. That we just got all the home games. The years that we went on our deepest runs. But, I think we're going to come out with a win. I think we're going to be just fine. Like you said, I know the coaching staff's going to have a plan to, like you said, bottle the guy up. And
not a knock again, but I don't think this team stops us on offense either. So that's the other kicker right there. I think,
offense has kind of hit their stride.
That's right. They've played pretty dang good all year. I know we had our one hiccup.
We've had the one anomaly. I'm gonna call it.
Because I don't think Caden has that game again. I think he hits those 3 passes, and all of a sudden, it's a different ball game. So I look for the offense to roll. We've got guys on the outside now to where you can man up. And
I did see the update on Nigel from his mom this morning. That he was going to get checked out a little bit more today. So hopefully that comes back good and clear.
Nice.
I would love to be able to see him, and I know he wants to play. So hopefully he's back this week. And if we need him, maybe we don't. Maybe it's like last week. Like we said last week, those guys probably are going to get much deserved rest because we probably won't necessarily need them. I hope that's the case again this week. maybe.
And you still got the guy who jumped in for Nigel last week. He played great. So,
absolutely.
I have confidence in that group on the backside to where those guys on the defensive line and those linebackers can fill in gaps and not let this guy get out and roam around. So I'm excited to see what we do Friday night. I think they'll have a game plan in place to stop him, and I look for us to get on him pretty good.
Good things. Okay. All right. Well, having said that, we'll move on to our predictions for this week. Jeremy Gove has given me his already. He's got 35-7, Pierce County, the Bears. So I would have hit it dead on last week, had the kid done what he was supposed to do. I have 49-0, so I'll take the W again.
I knew I should just stay with my name. I've said that score literally 10 weeks in a row.
I don't know. I might have rolled the dice and took 56, even though we're not supposed to. But anyway, Andrew, what do you got this week? What are you thinking?
I'm going to say 42-12.
42-12. Okay. All right. I was kind of in line with what Jeremy had there. So I know they played Callaway really good. Like you said, we've already talked about that. It was 22-16. So still, and we talked about Burke County before we started taping this show, that we were expecting them to be really good and a contender, and they struggled with Cook. So there again, you're talking about opponents that we really just don't know that much about.
That's right.
And against how good some of those other teams are. We really don't know. All we know is what we see, what we do. So I think we continue to gel and play to our standard. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with the most predictable score of the year, 42-7. So hopefully it falls somewhere with one of us guys. I'll be happy with any of those.
Yeah, I was about to say anywhere in that spectrum, I'll be good.
Come away with that road win, the first playoff true road game win. Let's come away with that and get ready to probably know where we're going to fall after that, but we'll let the games play out and we'll talk about that next time. But,
that's right.
Any other thoughts on this week before we close her down?
I have a feeling they're pretty dialed in out there. So if we do what we're supposed to, I think we're back on next week talking about our next opponent. So let's make that 4-hour cheese wagon ride and
keep it rolling.
Keep it going.
Keep it rolling. Well, we'll close it out there, and hopefully we'll get a guest on next time for you guys. But game day breakfast this week should be, we were at First Baptist last week, so it'll be Briarwood. Be at Briarwood Friday morning, 7:45.
Be there.
Yeah, be there. Hopefully we'll get this video out today so that you can see that. But anyway, the people share it on Facebook and whatnot. But come out to that. It's a good little encouragement to the guys, and let's give them a good send-off.
And get a biscuit.
Grab a biscuit. Free biscuit.
That's right.
But anyway, keep it going, Bears. We love you guys. We love you, Pierce County. And
as always, go
Bears.